Big Armored Meg,
I think is what most people said when they first saw this tease to the Hunter's Call update, releasing only a week from when this video goes live. And I was expecting a little more to come out between the point I started making this video and whatever today is for you guys, but there really hasn't been much in terms of teasers for Season 15. However, there is a lot of information. We'll get to that in a moment. But first, let's analyze this scene like a content junkie. So first of all, I don't know if you guys have noticed it or not, but there is a bloody massive megalodon in this picture. Not here, or even in this area, but more around the center of the image, right here. Can you see it? This is one of two megalodons that we will be getting in the initial release of this update. It's certainly not going to be Redmore, unless they're colorblind, or perhaps I am. So I'm guessing this is the Barnacle Dread. How am I getting this information?
It's an article.
The scene also shows new types of treasure on a rowboat, which I imagine to be the loot gained from raiding world events with the Hunter's Call, and perhaps finding it washed up on shores, etc. like other loot. We also see a little piggy on the boat, which is either the developers just deciding to put a pig on a boat for the hell of it, or we're getting pigs as pets, for the hell of it. Also a slightly different Hunter's Call ship set compared to the one we have, that just appears to be an ink-stained variation, which I imagine will 100% be an earnable cosmetic in the game. What better way to show off your exploits in the new DLC by equipping a damaged and stained version of what we already have? And this guy here is wearing a shark fin hat and I want it. Not really much to go on, to be honest, but it's a nice first look. But for those who are not aware, they also released this new title screen for Season 15, which gives us a little more insight. And just listen to this music.
Here comes a megalodon, it's going to bite your bum. He's gonna bite it and it's going to make you scream. Bum-biting megalodon.
Okay, so that's likely not the actual music, might have lied. Also, that's not an AI track before all you gammons come into the comments. Some people just have talent outside of creating hate mobs on social media. So before we go into this, I want to emphasize one thing, as I know Rare will do a terrible job of communicating this to people. Sorry Rare, I love you to pieces, but communication is not your strong point. Listen to me very carefully. Season 15 will be a staggered update, meaning we'll be drip-fed the content over the course of the expansion. We will not be getting everything on day one. I'll explain fully what we'll be getting on launch in a moment, but first, let's go over this title screen. Firstly, a boar. Yes, a boar, which looks practically identical to the original art concepts in the art book. If the write-up in a book is anything to go by, boars will be an emergent threat on islands which we can hunt down for meat and trophies. I don't think this piggy and this boar are related. Well, I mean, scientifically they are, but this entity looks nothing like this one, so let's move on. What looks to be a quest scroll for the Hunter's Call missions in the foreground, and an array of bags filled with various things. These could either be more Hunter's Call loot, or perhaps new equipables. A new spyglass with a pink lens wrapped in bones, and what appears to be a glowy shark tooth nestled at the bottom, which I imagine belongs to this guy. Also, strangely, shores of gold in the background. And yes, that is the shores of gold, and not Shipwreck Bay. Now, I wouldn't clasp too much hope on this part. I think it's merely an aesthetic, a little bit of a mean one, but just decor for the screen. What's very interesting about this title screen, however, is there is no season number in the text, just Sea of Thieves. The last time we had this was for the PlayStation 5 release, but I don't think it's this way due to another platform release. I'm presuming it's this way as the update will be staggered, and each feature package will be getting a different name under the text. So moving on to what's actually coming in Season 15's release. First of all, Hunter's Call are getting the same treatment as other factions, essentially 500 levels to complete, and an emissary flag. Secondly, all Hunter's Call reps will now be at outposts. That's what these things are for. Big surprise. 2 new megalodons will be roaming the waves, and when they say that, they don't mean chance encounters. That's all that can be said on that part, just use your imagination. The Barnacle Dread, who we've seen in this screenshot, and the fearsome Redmore, which we are yet to see. So remember when I was talking about Rare having poor communication earlier? Case and point here. They put a mystery-esque style Twitter post with posters with incomplete names of these megs. Ooh, what could these names be? It's just a shame a week earlier.
It's an article.
Kinda hard to tease when you've Already told everyone, guys. Untamed wildlife will be on the sea, so probably things like this little lizard that appears on the title screen, and perhaps that boar. Raid voyages for Hunter's Call will come in too, which again, I imagine is what these chests are for, and fishing quests will be the first on-demand quests for the Hunter's Call in this initial update. I imagine them to be similar to the Festival of Fishing events. And that's all we'll be getting for the initial release. More to come in weeks later. I actually like this approach, as it means those of you laughing on Insiders have only seen what's coming on the initial release. It basically keeps the entire community guessing to what's coming next. Of course, Insiders will get a little preview before everyone else, but I like this approach much better. Plus, it gives the developers extra time to work on things and hopefully release with less bugs. Hopefully. Anyway, until Rare release more info on this, that's all I can really tell you for now. Thanks for watching, folks. As always, if you liked the video, then give me a little thumbie and a subby, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Happy sailing!
Here comes a megalodon. Here comes a megalodon. It's going to bite your bum. He's gonna bite it and it's going to make you scream. Bum-biting megalodon.